Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the SH Figuarts Guts Berserker Armor Heat of Passion version. Now, if you remember, not that long ago, the regular Guts came out, and Griffith, and they were piles of steaming garbage. They were really, really bad. I was told this figure is a little bit better, so I kept my pre-order. I wanted to review it for you guys, and I will tell you right now off the bat, it is better. But when you're starting so far down in the dumps, better isn't necessarily good enough, and I'm going to let you know if it is or it isn't by the end of this review. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you the package. It is okay, it's fine. The front is fine, no problem. The side is okay. Some photoshopped stuff to make it look better than it actually is. On the back we get some photos of the figure, which are okay, except he can't do that. He can't do that. And I feel like they photoshopped it to make the eye brighter. The left eye. I don't know, maybe. And then you have this one, which is okay. So yeah, it's a fine box. Standard SH Figuarts, nothing special. Alright, let's look at the figure. We'll start. It's so dark. Is that going to be viewable? Yeah, probably. Alright, we'll try it. Alright, this guy stands roughly, let's just say to the top of the head, not the ears, about 6.5 inches. That's going to be roughly 16.5 centimeters. Here he is up against everybody's favorite Marvel Legends, Darwin. These Guts figures look so bad. Here he is up against the McFarlane Batman. And you guys always ask for comparisons. I have these handy, so I'm doing them. Here he is up against Marvel Select, Captain America. And here he is up against a Jada Ryu. There you go. Alright, so let's do a quick question of the day. With the previous Guts and Griffith being so bad, are you even interested in getting this? Or are you just done? Did you nope right out of the whole thing? I'm guessing some people were holding out hope that this would be a good one and it would be maybe the only one they get. For me, if I wasn't reviewing it, I definitely would not have this. I would have canceled my pre-order, but you guys have been asking me to review it, so I had to do it. I bit the bullet, pissed away $130 on what is still not a very good figure, though it is better. Alright, so let's talk about the aesthetic. They do have the different color eye thing going on. This one's very bright. It is metallic, looks pretty good. Maybe they didn't Photoshop it. Maybe they just used some generous lighting. This side is dark. I don't know as much about Berserk as I could. It's been forever since I watched the anime, and I didn't read the manga. I'm assuming that's because of the whole winking thing that he does. Oh, Berserk fans are mad right now. I don't care. It's funny. He's not known for winking. Anyway, okay, so this figure is basically all just black plastic with a pink wash on it. It's a weird pinkish brown wash, and it's just very poorly applied. You can see this leg has a bunch of it. This leg has almost none. On the back, it's very splotchy and bad. It's so cheap looking. It's really cheap looking. It's so inconsistent, it takes away from the figure. And the sculpt is okay, I guess. But he's so damn skinny and his arms are still ridiculously long. And last time I said that, you guys were like, some of you were like, oh, but it's drawn that way. Very rarely is Guts drawn the way that figure looked. And same thing here, he is not that skinny. His arms aren't that long. Sometimes they're drawn with long arms, not that long. This guy can pick stuff up without bending over. I'm exaggerating. But yeah, it still has a ton of the same problems as the first figure. We'll get into that more with the articulation. But the aesthetic is still, it's not that... It's really not better. I think the other figure probably looked better, at least. This doesn't look great. It looks... Does that look good to anybody? It still has the tiny flat feet. Like, it's new sculpt work, but it's not completely. It just looks so bad to me. So skinny. And the paint is so bad. They couldn't make it like a little bit metallic or something. So bad. Alright, so let's zoom in and get into the details a little bit. Like, the tiny details are sculpted there, but you can't really tell because it's just a big hunk of ugly plastic. So the helmet mouth thing can open, but it doesn't look especially good doing it. Camera's really struggling with all this dark plastic. It doesn't look especially good. Like, at all, really, it looks pretty bad. So, for $130, I'm gonna say 4 out of 10. They can't even apply a wash evenly for $130? That's insane, that's nuts. That's craziness. Also, the sculpt, I would argue, is bad. Way too skinny and lanky. Like, he can't be in that armor. Not if he was a real person. His waist is the same size as his forearm almost. It's so skinny, it looks bad. Alright, you do have the cape again, same cape basically as last time, so if you wanted that, you could include that and that would hide the skinniness a lot, which they relied on in their production photos for sure. But we'll count that as an accessory, so let's get into the accessories. We have the cape, we have 3 heads total. We have the head you already saw, the helmeted head. We have the half-helmeted head, and the collar piece that goes with that, so that's nice. Then you get the skull helmet head, whatever you want to call that, and the collar piece that goes with that, so that's nice. This main collar piece hasn't been a problem for me yet. It hasn't fallen off, so that's good. I hope the other things stay on. I'll let you guys know if I have trouble with that. I'll add that in the notes in the video. We have a couple of faces. We have the kind of neutral face, and then we have the one where he's got the black goo, the venom stuff coming out, so that's alright. Looks pretty good. For hands, you get the 2 relaxed hands that come on him in the package, and then a small variety of fist and gripping and action pose hands. That's all fine. You get one of his cannon hands. I don't know what's going on here with the 2 hands. It looks like the armor is not connected to his robot hand. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not that into Berserk. You guys can let me know. Then we get some folded knees, so you can get him into like the crouching poses. That's a cool enough feature. I like that. I don't trust it at all. Let's pull on it and see if it falls apart. The last figures just fell apart like it was their job. Let's see if this guy... Okay, well that popped off easily. Will it pop on easily? It's good enough, I guess. Alright, and then you have to pop the foot off. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Wow. It's interchangeable. They know they were making it interchangeable. Why are all the pegs so damn tight? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm done trying. Piece of crap. Like, yeah, you could probably get it to work eventually, but I don't have time for this crap. So, we're not gonna try. Alright, so the leg accessories, they're there. You can probably make them work, but they're a pain in the ass. Okay, and then lastly, we have his sword, which the sword itself, again, looks really nice. Very pleased with that. Dudes with big swords, one of my favorite things in anime. Love it. Good news is, the hands actually work on this figure, so you can pop this off. And pop this one on. Boop. The hand works. The wrist joint is tight enough. It's not... Well, actually, it's not. Okay, yeah, it's not. It's... What I meant is the joint works. It's tight enough to hold on, but can't hold the sword. And if that's not enough, his bicep swivel is a complete floppy mess. So yeah, he still can't hold the sword. Like, if you balance it just right, it'll stay there, but give it a second and it'll fall down, or a nudge and it'll fall down. It's just not. Also, look how skinny his arm is. Can we just talk about that real quick while we're here in the accessory section? It's not good enough. It's not even close to good enough. So, for $130, it's a decent quantity of accessories, but he can't hold the sword. The cape's still iffy. The swappable legs aren't good. Changing out the interchangeable helmets, not a pleasant experience. The pegs don't fit right there either. I'm gonna say 5 out of 10. These figures cost way too much and are way too bad for what they are. And there's no reason for it really at all. Talk about over-design and under-deliver. Goodness gracious. Alright, so for articulation, you get a ball peg at the top of the neck. The head moves around on it a little bit. You already saw this functionality, the mouth opening. And then you have a hinge and a ball peg for the bottom part of the neck, which lets the head go just all over the place. Which I guess is okay. It's hidden when you have the cape on him, but it's really gappy otherwise. But it's helpful for some posability, I guess. I still think the head sits way too high. Yeah, it's not anywhere near as good as it should be. And like I said, you put the other heads on there, have fun with those ball pegs. All right, for the shoulders, it's the same situation as the other guts. It moves around, but it didn't need to be this complex. You can move it around, sure, that's fine. But also, it's still just a flat sheet of plastic for the shoulder, which comes all the way down to here. It's the anatomy on this figure is just crazy. The way the shoulder and bicep is. It's hard for me to show you being all black plastic, but it is just. It's not better than before. I'll say that. The figure is overall better, but none of the specifics, like none of the problems were really addressed other than it doesn't fall apart and his wrist can connect. Alright, so we still don't even, given the incredible ugly nature of his joints, he still doesn't have good range in the elbow. Wrists are ball hinges, that's fine. We have the ball pegs in here, but again, it's overly complex. Just why are there so many separate pieces of plastic? Why does this require 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of plastic right here? Why do the shoulders require 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 pieces of plastic there, not counting the main body. It's too much. It's overdone and it doesn't work. Like, he doesn't even have that good of range. That lizard guy I reviewed the other day from Savage Crucible posed better than this guy. Well, maybe not better, but he posed at least as well. You don't need all that. You need like one joint in here. One double ball peg. And then one at the bottom, a single. It's overdone, same as before. He's not as floppy and loose, but he still is. It is sloppy and loose, just not as bad. Oh, wait, I moved it. Now it's getting bad again, just like the other guy. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to keep going. It's all the same crap. Some joints are slightly better than the previous release, but they're still a disaster. His ankles aren't as floppy, but his feet are still tiny. Yeah, okay, I'm not doing anymore. This is enough. It's gone on long enough. I can't take it anymore. For $130, the articulation is going to get a 3 out of 10. Don't like it. It's ugly. It doesn't pose anywhere near as well as it should. It's unpleasant to handle. Just like the last figure, this one doesn't fall apart as much, so there's that, but it's still a really unpleasant figure. It is better than before, I'll be clear, but no, it's still not good enough. So it's time for the final rating. Is this a good release? Not by a mile, not by a long shot. Is it a terrible release? Yes. Yes, it is. Is it less terrible than the previous one? Yes. It's not worth buying. I'm not going to give it a number rating other than 0 out of 10. It's too bad. The fact that he can't hold a sword is enough right there. Nope. That floppy, loose, horribly designed shoulder and elbow and bicep. The whole thing is bad. Ugh, okay, yeah, can't do it. What a ridiculous line of figures from Bandai. What were they thinking? I don't think they were. It's so bad. Yeah, 0 out of 10. Sorry guys, it's better, but not better enough to actually give it a better than a 0 rating. Don't buy it. Don't waste your money, please. Unless you really want it and want to buy it when I sell the things I don't want in my collection, because this guy is not staying in my collection. Then buy it all you want. That'll be my treat to you. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, but that's it for me. So, if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos every day but Wednesday once I get back to my normal scheduling, and I do have thousands of videos already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.